Peace and blessings. My name is Wayne Burns. Welcome to S.T.R.O.K.E.S Initiative, empowering survivors with knowledge power. Today's video, I will be sharing my story with you about the night I had my stroke. So, let's get into it. On November 12th, 2017, around 2 a.m. that Sunday morning, I was awakened because I had to use the bathroom. Well, while I was waking up, my head was pounding. I really couldn't explain the feeling. I turned over to my wife and told her, I said, babe, my head is hurting. And she said, what's wrong? I said, I can't explain this feeling. So when I stood up to go to the bathroom, I instantly fell back on the bed. My speech started slurring, but I was still able to move my arm and my leg. So I really didn't know what was going on with me. So at this time, my wife started panicking. So she got on the phone, she called 911. The paramedics got to my house. By the time they got into the room, I couldn't walk. So they had to help me onto the stretcher. Being rolled out of my house and lifted onto an ambulance was a gut-wrenching feeling. I don't never want to feel that way again. Arriving at the hospital, I was afraid because I didn't know what was going on with me. So what they had to do, they had to Skype a doctor from Atlanta to diagnose me. He diagnosed me over video. That was very strange to me. For me coming from a big city like Chicago, moving to a small town like Albany, Georgia, yeah, that was real strange to me. When having a stroke, the feeling you have is hopeless. At least that's what I thought. As I said before, I was able to move my right arm and my right leg. But as time moved on, my right side of my body started weakening. That's when I started to panic even more. One day you're able to move your limbs. Then the next day you're paralyzed on the right side of your body. Come on, this is something natural that we do. We're able to move our arms, our legs, our fingers, without thinking about it. But now I'm paralyzed on this one side of my body. I didn't understand that. My hat goes off to the men and women that are paralyzed. For a short time, I felt your pain. I'm not saying that I'm anything like a paraplegic. No, I'm not. No, I wasn't. But I did feel somewhat like you. I couldn't move the right side of my body. I wasn't able to stand. I wasn't able to walk. I wasn't able to lift my arm to do anything. Now I'm right-handed. That's the strong side of my body, the right side of my body. So it was very strange to me to not being able to move, do nothing with this side. Now I have to do everything with my left side of my body. That was very strange to me. I thought I was having an out-of-body experience. Imagine this. Laying in your hospital bed, surrounded by your family, your extended family and friends. You can't move the right side of your body, your right arm. You can't bend your leg. You can't wiggle your toes. And you can't talk. The crazy thing about the whole thing is, though I was paralyzed, I was still able to feel. I felt you touch my toes, my foot, my leg, and my arm. But I was paralyzed. Very strange. Finally, they moved me from the emergency room up to ICU for a couple of days so that they could watch me. They had to monitor me because I was still in danger of having another stroke, the doctor said. When they moved me upstairs to a regular room, that's when my life changed for the better. I started rehab. I thought it was kind of fast. I felt a little overwhelmed, but it was much needed. You need to start therapy right after you have a stroke. If you want to gain your strength back in your arms, your legs, and your fingers and toes, you have to start rehabbing. In the video I show at the beginning of this video, I showed you where the ladies came out and started my therapy. That was the best thing that could have happened for me. In the videos that I just showed, they moved me over to the rehabilitation center on November 17th, 2017. I spent a whole month there where I learned how to eat, I learned how to talk, and I learned how to walk. By walk, of course. I still wasn't able to move my arm. I was still paralyzed. I couldn't lift my shoulder, I couldn't lift my elbow, I couldn't move my wrist, couldn't ball a fist. But at least I was able to walk. That was cool. God is definitely good. My faith never wavered from God, because without Him, I couldn't be where I'm at today. See, He could have took me out of this world that day, but He gave me a chance. He gave me a second chance to get it right. I know He has something for me to do, and whatever that is, I'm going to do it. Suffering from a stroke was devastating to me, but that's not how my story ends. It took me a while to understand that. See, the doctor told me that I would never be the same again. Well, I don't want to be. I don't want to be that person I was before. I want to be better. And you too, survivor, can be better as well. We must be determined and disciplined when it comes to our health and our healing process. We got to do better. Can nobody do it for us but us? So, let your healing process begin now. My belief is after a stroke, you are already healed. You just got to get your mind to believe it. Our mind is very powerful. The human brain is a remarkable piece of equipment. The National Library of Medicine calls it the control center of the body. It controls thoughts, memory, speech, and movement. It regulates the function of many organs. When your brain is healthy, it manages all those functions automatically. The brain comprises about 86 million nerve cells, and there are more than 1 trillion connections among brains and nerve cells throughout the body. The brain is what makes us us. It gives us our personality. To start your healing process, you got to map out a plan for yourself. Set small goals for yourself. You may not know where to start, but if you take one step forward, then another and another, and so on and so on, now you're moving. You got to remember to keep it moving at all times. And from there, the world is yours. Starting my healing process was a tough situation. It would be for anybody, but I was determined to get through it. Now, I can move my arms, wiggle my fingers. I can do all that. I'm not saying that I'm 100% because I'm not. Don't get me wrong. Don't think that I'm not disabled, because I'm in a place right now where I did work really hard to get to where I'm at now. I'm not walking on my walker anymore. I'm like 6 months removed from my cane, about a year removed from my walker. I am able to do some things, but I'm not 100% healed. I am still disabled. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. So, in saying that, be diligent with your workouts. Pay attention to your trainers. Listen to them, because they helped a lot of people. I know the trainers that I did, they helped me. And do your exercises at home. I got to where I'm at right now through exercising and meditating. I had to get my head right first. I had to wrap my head around exercising, because that just wasn't me. I wasn't the type to go in the gym or to get on the floor and do push-ups and all that. I wasn't that person. So I had to get my mind right, So get your mind right and work hard. I have a lot of work to do. A lot of work. And it's going to take a lot of patience. Something that I didn't have before that I'm learning now. It's going to take patience. But once again, I'm still disabled. My balance is still off. I trip over my toes at times. I have drop foot. That's where my foot slams to the ground. I'm not able to write that well. I don't have strength in my arm. I'm not able to lift over 5 pounds. And I have to really concentrate to lift my arm over my head. And among other things. But before you start your healing, you got to be willing to give up this thing that made you sick in the first place. It starts with you, your healing process. This picture of this lovely woman is my inspiration. That's my mom. She was a breast cancer survivor. She passed away about 8 years ago. Watching her battle with this terrible disease throughout the years and seeing how strong she was, that strength that she displayed is what gave me my strength and determination to survive after my stroke. My mother was a strong woman. She didn't want chemo, but she finally broke down after a while. Mom, your strength made me get through what I went through. I thank you for that. Thank you for showing me love and how to survive. I love and miss you very much. You will always be my inspiration. I will have much determination because of you. I love you, Mom. I miss you very much. I do. I want to send a big thanks out to my Chicago family. Y'all mean the world to me. I really, I can't explain how much y'all mean to me. But first of all, I would like to thank my cousin, Jeffrey Owens. That's my dude. You always hear from me, cuz, and I appreciate that. I love you so much, man. You my rock, you my strength, you my everything. You like a brother to me. Thank you. I appreciate everything you do for me. Next, I would like to thank my aunt, Joan Wilson. Words cannot explain what you mean to me, what you mean to my life. You gave your life up just to raise me. And I would never, ever forget that. You mean the world to me. You dropped everything you was doing just to come see how I was doing. You a worry meister, but that's okay. You worry about me. I love you to the moon and back. I really words can't express the feeling I feel for you. It's like no other. I thank you, thank you, thank you for being my aunt. Thank you for being my world. And to all my family and friends from Chicago and across the country that sent monetary gift for me and my wife, I want to thank you. I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's too many of y'all to name, and I don't want to really leave nobody's name out, but you guys did such a good job with helping me. Your names don't need to be mentioned because you know who you are and you know what you did, and I really do appreciate that. I really do love you. Thank you to my Masonic brothers who came to visit me, who called me. Thank you to my OES sisters who called me. Thank you to all my family and friends who called me, who text me. I want to thank my church family and also to my extended family that I met here in Albany, Georgia. Y'all kept my room filled. Y'all kept me laughing. Y'all kept my spirits up. I would never forget that. And I also would like to send a special thanks out to my best friend, my / brother, Michael Hughes, and to his lovely wife, Cordella Hughes. Thank you for coming visiting me from Atlanta, Georgia. I will never forget that. And to our friends, Lisa and Lang, I will never forget what you did for me. When I got home from the hospital, you guys came over to check on me. Make sure I had something to eat. Y'all did this, and I really do appreciate that. My wife had to go out of town for business that day, and y'all did good. Thank you. And special thanks go out to my sister-in-law, Renee Warren. When my wife had to go out of town for our son's graduation from the military, you sat right there in the hospital with me. I thank you. And to the very first friend I had when I moved to Albany, my brother-in-law, Derek Stiggers, I'll never forget you, dude. You was at the hospital almost every day. You brought me something to eat because you knew that food was horrible. I would never forget that, bro. I would never forget that. I thank you. I thank you, man. That's much love. I have a special shout going out to 5 wonderful people that for the past 2 years has really been there in my corner. I'm not saying that no one else has been, but these 5 people has been there every day, so to speak. So I would like to thank the coolest mother-in-law on this planet, Jean Weston. Thank you for the countless nights that you stayed at the hospital with me, that you was in rehab with me, and for being my Uber and Lyft driver. Whenever I needed to go to a doctor's appointment, whenever I needed to get my hair cut, or whatever I might want to do, You was there for me. And I thank you for that. Words cannot express the way I feel for that. I really do appreciate it. 2. I have 2 special people that I really want to thank. Alfreda and Ralph Wilson. Thank you guys for being at the hospital with me. Thank you guys for opening homes to me. I don't know where I'll be at right now. And Frida, you did so much for me. I thank you, and I appreciate you and your husband. You also was my Uber and Lyft driver. If Mama Jean couldn't do it, you was right there. You took me to the doctor's appointment, haircuts, wherever I might need to go, you was there. If I just wanted to get out the house, you was there. If I couldn't get no other ride. I thank you. I thank you for the bottom of my heart. And I thank you and your husband for opening your home up to me. When I got the rehab, I was at your house. You cooked breakfast for me. You did whatever for me. And I appreciate that. I'll never forget that. Now, to my son. My son lost his mother when he was 12 years old. Seeing me in the hospital couldn't be easy for him. You know, you used to seeing this strong guy get up, going to work, doing things, you know, and now to see him can't walk, can't talk, can't move, that's a lot for a person. Thank you, son. You was there. You was there by my side. You was there. Whatever I needed you to do for me, you was there for me, and I appreciate you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, my son. Thank you. Now, last but not least, I don't know how, see, I'm getting choked up right now, but Tunisia Burns, my wife, my shero, my everything, you has been my world. You took care of me. You was there. You were there. You saved my life. You called 911 when I needed it. You was there. Whatever I needed from you, you was there. I would never forget that. I gave you an out, but you didn't take it. You told me to stop being foolish. Stop saying foolish things, Wayne Burns. That's what you said to me. I told you could go. That you didn't have to be with me. Because we were just dating at the time. You was my fiance. You my wife now, but you was my fiance then. And you didn't have to stay, but you stayed. You're a good woman. And I'm blessed. I'm blessed. God blessed me with a great woman. And I thank you for it. I will spend the rest of my life showing you how much I appreciated you taking care of me for these last 2 years. It's been wonderful, and I thank you. Don't know where I'll be without you. As you can see, I'm wearing a Focusing on Me t-shirt with a red ribbon supporting stroke awareness. I would like to send a big thanks out to my goddaughter, CEO of Focusing on Me, LaQuata Sumter. Thank you for your vision and your passion. You can buy apparel. You can check out other things that she's doing. I left a brief description down in the description box, along with her website. Thank you, LaQuata. And remember, be fast to spot a stroke. B is for balance, sudden loss of balance. E is for eyes, sudden vision changes. F is for face, sudden face drooping. A is for arms, sudden arm or leg weakness. S is for speech, sudden slurred or garbled speech. T is for time. Time is critical. Call 911. We all can do way more than we think we can. Don't forget to like this video. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to it. If you have any questions or any comment, please feel free to do so in the comment section below. Until next time, peace and blessings.